Hi! Today I'd like to look at where in life patience does not make sense and in which areas of our lives it does make a difference. Here's Esther Bürki, international writing expert, author, and life coach. And if you like to get supported by me, get in touch at www.swissmadestory.ch/podcast. While working in a big company in their communication department, I was convinced that patience doesn't help a lot. When there was a challenge within the company, we needed to communicate, and the faster the better. If we didn't, things tended to get worse, and the difficulties became more complex. Waiting, trying to be patient, and hoping the things would get solved by themselves did not help at all. Being alert, thinking fast, even in advance, and taking action as quickly as possible, these things became my second nature. Or maybe they had been already a little bit, but became even stronger. But then life started teaching me something else. When I became a mother, I needed to change. Impatience wasn't adequate anymore. Impatience stood in my way to be content and joyful. Already the 9 months of pregnancy told me to become more patient, and then all the illnesses my 2 boys had to go through forced me to slow down and stay patient. What a learning curve I needed to absolve. It wasn't very easy, I admit. Did you have similar experiences? And now, having my own business, patience needs to be my strongest part. I have to tell me this nearly every day. I love to take action when I see what needs to be done. I love to be proactive when I'm convinced that it makes sense. I love to turn my ideas into a new project. But leaning back, looking at the business, analyzing what goes well and where it needs some improvement, making an action plan before taking action, this is still very difficult for me. Although it is this part that is the most needed. What helps me is to look at my business as if it were a plant that grows. It needs steady watering and fertilizing. It needs constant care, and otherwise growth is not assured. When I see my business as this little plant that needs my caring and loving attitude, I'm more patient with it. The same thing is valuable while writing a book. When my clients start their 6 to 12 months journey, it seems such a long time. So many phases are coming and going, from being very enthusiastic and committed to being uncertain whether they want to put themselves out with their message, to be afraid of not being read and understood, to give up because life throws other things in their way they don't want to leave aside, or they cannot manage at the same time with the writing. It takes so much patience with oneself. It is like with many things in our lives. Some days our writing flows, and some days we get stuck. In this latter case, we need to be very caring with ourselves, otherwise we make it worse. Just the acceptance that on this particular day our thoughts are not so concentrated and clear as normally helps to give us grace. Creating awareness of what is going on in our brain, which thoughts are blocking us, which thoughts are negative or need to be transformed into something more positive. All these little steps bring us further or back into the writing flow. With your patience and with your mindful and tiny steps, your manuscript is growing and growing, and after half a year or a year, your book is almost done. For sure, you can take less time working more hours a day on your manuscript, but what definitely helps is the steady work. No matter what happens in your outer world, no matter if you feel like writing or not. When you keep on doing it, and this is the same thing with workouts or learning skills, when you don't give up, you will reach your goal. That's why I wish you a lot of patience and endurance for all your projects, daily and in your life. Have an outstanding day.